Hello, this is Josiah Winslow recording for his Programming in Java course at MATC for instructor Mark Cribb. Now today's going to be a little bit different from my usual Programming in Java videos because it does not involve Java and it involves barely any programming. So we have been asked to do two things for our final assignment. We have been asked to, one, make some sort of Java thing, which I'm actually going to record the video for that second. And the second thing we have to do is we have to make an Alexa skill. We have to make some sort of skill that will work on an Amazon Echo. And it's very easy to do that with Amazon's developer tools. And I decided I was going to not only do that, but also test it out on a real Alexa. Alexa, say hello.
Hello.
There it is. And two reasons for that. One, I need to test it out on a real Alexa in order for the audio player interface to work. I play some audio files with it. And two, I already had it. So that was kind of convenient for me. First though, what I'm going to do is I am going to go over a little bit of what is behind this. You know, not only the little bit of code, but also what I had to do to set up the interface for it. So, the invocation name I chose for it is 15.ai. That's what it's called. And the reason it's called that is because it's based on a website called 15.ai. So this is a website where you can take any... Well, not any, but like they've got a whole selection of source, materials and a whole selection of characters from those sources, and then you can go ahead and type strings like this. This is a test string, and then click generate, and then it will give you back voice clips of those characters from those things saying that string. So here we have GLaDOS from Portal saying this is a test string.
This is a test string.
And we've got
This is a test string.
We've got three different results for that.
This is a test string.
And we've got a whole bunch of different characters that we can choose with this. For example, for SpongeBob, here we go. We're going to have SpongeBob say this. And we need to wait just a sec. It takes longer for longer inputs. Okay, so now we have it. So let's go ahead and hear it.
The stories and information posted here are artistic works of fiction and falsehood. Only a fool would take anything posted here as fact.
And there you go. So what I decided to do for my Alexa skill is I decided to create an interface for this, an audio input interface. So here's how I did it. So I have a few custom intents. I have three custom intents actually. A speak intent, a change character intent, and a what's my character intent. Now the speak intent is basically you asking the skill, say this thing, say this phrase, say this sentence. And this requires one intent slot called phrase, which I decided to give the type Amazon.search query because I wanted this to be sort of like a general string, like it can be anything. And for the change character intent, because we have to choose which character we want to say it, I have something like, load the voice, and let's say we're loading the voice of SpongeBob. Load the voice of SpongeBob. Load the character SpongeBob. Put SpongeBob as the voice. Load SpongeBob. Change voice to SpongeBob. And we've got a character slot with a slot type of character. And this also has a confirmation, which these prompts are what Alexa repeats once she hears it, and tries to confirm, yes, that's what I really want to change my character to. And I'll get to the character slot in a sec. And finally, the what's my character intent is just me asking, who is the chosen character? Who's the chosen voice? What voice did I choose? What character have I chosen? And then it will have Alexa repeat back to me. Oh, don't wake up yet. It'll have her repeat back to me the character that I chose. And I store that in a DynamoDB database slot. Alright, so here we've got the character slot. Now this is where I define all of the characters. I had to go in and I had to manually look at each one of these sources. And I had to manually input each of these names, because calling the API here goes by the name of the character. Most of these characters are from My Little Pony, but the creator of the site insists that he's not a brony or anything like that. He is just interested in clear voice clips with transcriptions provided by a very active community. So yeah, I'll just take his word for it. But I typed in all of these characters, plus a few aliases for them. Like, for example, I have the announcer from Smash Brothers, which I've called announcer. And then each of these are different aliases for it. Let me just... There you go. You should be able to see it better. And that's what I have in the slot. Now, the code is not terribly complicated at all, though there are a few things that were annoying when trying to set it up. So first, in order to make an API request to the 15.ai API, I used Axios. I used the Ask SDK DynamoDB persistence adapter for storing into the Dynamo database with a database persistence. And finally, I used an NPM module called number2words to convert numbers into words, because the API does not take strings that have numbers in them. They need to be words. So I'm not going to go over every one of these handlers for every one of these intents, but when the skill is launched, what happens is it checks whether or not you have something stored in the database for the single character. And if you have something, it says, welcome, it looks like you have the following voice set. You can ask me to say something and I'll say it in that character's voice. Otherwise, it just says first you need to set the voice you want me to use, and then after that, it asks for input, and then you can tell it to do whatever. So here's the change character intent handler. Once the character name is confirmed, I have it go through here, and yeah, so what happens here is this is how I have to get the canonical name of the actual character that was selected, like the name as it shows up in the list of valid values for the slot, because that's the value that I need to pass to the API. So once I have that and I get that, then if we have indeed confirmed, yes, that's what we want to have as the name, then we say, got it. The voice has been changed to, and then we say the name, but not before we store it into the attributes, the persistent attributes. Otherwise, it just says, all right. And if somehow we could not get a proper character from that, it says, sorry, your character could not be found. And if absolutely none of that worked, it says, sorry, I didn't catch your confirmation. Now, in testing, I did not have it say that yet, though we're trying this out live, so who knows. And next we have, what's my character? And this is very simple. If you have a character saved into the persistent, the database persistence, it says you've chosen that character. Otherwise, it says, it looks like you haven't chosen a voice. Please choose a voice, and then it prompts for input. And finally, as far as custom stuff goes, what I have is the speak intent handler. So here I get the actual phrase that is said, and then I also get the voice, and then yeah, right here it checks for if it even has the voice, and if it does, it goes through with it. But otherwise, it says it looks like you haven't chosen a voice. Please choose a voice. So if you do have a character to say the phrase, and then you also have the phrase, here's what we do. We wrap this all in a try block, and we initialize a variable that we pass the phrase to this function called repair text, and then we store that in the phrase. And repair text is a function that I cobbled together that basically ensures that the phrase is always valid and that the AI will always take it. Though I cobbled that together in like a few minutes, so it's not very good, but it'll work. And then next we make an Axios post request to the API. Apparently it's on version 5 of whatever it is, because there's that 5 at the end. And then we give it the text, character, emotion, which I guess is some sort of experimental feature, and use diagonal, true. And then if there's an error, then it says it looks like the voice failed to speak. The reason appears to be, and then it says the message, and it also outputs it to the logs so that I can take a good look at it. Otherwise, once it finds the response, once it actually gets the response data, then I take the first wave name, which it gives 3 different names for 3 different audio files. That's what these are. And I get the first one, and then I use that as the URL for what audio stream I should be passing to the audio player, because I use the audio player interface. So I have to add audio player play directive to the handler inputs response. Replace all is, I'm pretty sure that gets rid of every stream that's playing and just starts playing this thing. The URL, some unique token, which I just use the name of the file for that. You know, it works. And offset in milliseconds, which I wanted to play from the start, so it's 0. Alright, so that should be everything unique about this to show you. Yeah, and I also inputted, or not inputted, I implemented a help intent handler so that when it says, you know, when you tell the skill help, then it gives you how to use it. Alright, and finally, I've been dancing around it long enough, but now it's time to actually test the thing. So we're doing this live, so if anything goes wrong, this is my own fault. We're going to find out together. So first, we have to start by choosing a character. Alexa, ask 15.ai to change character to SpongeBob.
Do you want to set the voice to SpongeBob?
Yes, I do.
Got it. The voice has been changed to SpongeBob SquarePants.
Alright, and there we go. So now, whatever it speaks with the speak intent, it will say in SpongeBob's voice. And just to test it out quickly, Alexa, ask 15.ai what is my character's voice?
You have chosen the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Alright. And let's come up with a phrase for him to say together. Like, what could he say? Alexa, ask 15.ai to say 407 years ago. And then it's requesting the API.
For scoring 7 years ago.
Alright. It said it. So let's have it say something else. Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, sorry, I couldn't come up with anything fast enough. Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. And now we wait.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
Sounds pretty good, don't you think? And we can change the character too. Let's try out a character from My Little Pony, such as maybe Applejack. Yeah, Applejack is available as a voice, and her voice sounds a little more country. So, Alexa, ask 15.ai to change the character to Applejack.
You said you're setting the voice to Applejack, right?
Right.
Got it. The voice has been changed to Applejack.
Alright. And let's make it say something like, Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
Sorry, I don't have any code to handle that.
Strange. It says that sometimes when I do this intent, and I don't know why. Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. And then it should say it in Applejack's voice.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
There you go. That actually worked better than I expected. Alright, and let's do something different. Like, if anybody has watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force before, Carl is the name of the guy with the New Jersey accent who lives right next to, like, the three main characters. They're like a giant shake, a thing of fries, and a meatball. It's a really weird show. I've gotta say, I've not watched it a lot. But, Alexa, ask 15.ai to change voice to Carl.
I heard you said Carl. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Got it. The voice has been changed to Carl Brutano Nadaliewski.
That's apparently his name. And let's have him say... I don't know what to have him say. Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I don't know if that's anything he says.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
There we go. And let's have one more character say something. The first character that showed up when we were on the website was GLaDOS, which was the evil robot at Aperture Science in the Portal games. So, Alexa, ask 15.ai to change character to GLaDOS.
You're setting the voice to Gladys. Is that correct?
That's right.
Got it. The voice has been changed to Gladys.
Perfect. And, let's have her say something like, Alexa, ask 15.ai to say, this was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. Those are some of the lyrics to Staying Alive. Or Stay Alive. Still Alive. Sorry.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success.
Alright, that's a little bit less energetic than I thought it would be, but all in all, I'm quite proud of making this. I'm quite proud of having made it, especially as fast as I did, because this is the first day that I'm working on it, and this is also the last day that I'm working on it, because it is due today. So, that was fun. That was, yeah, that was very fun to be stressed about this entire night. But, yeah. So, without any further ado, take care.